This #1 song was one of the most depressing of 1972. We'll tell you which one coming up on Rock Music History Lesson. I have to give a shout out to my good friend David Sommers, who is a voiceover artist, one of the best as a matter of fact. Dave suggested that I do today's video. If you need his services, you'll find his contact information in the description box below. Raymond O'Sullivan was born in Ireland, but later adopted the stage name Gilbert. His family moved to Great Britain when he was young, and he developed a talent for playing the piano, which inspired him to pursue a career in music. His first break came when he was signed to a label owned by Gordon Mills, who also managed artists like Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck. Unlike those artists, O'Sullivan wrote his own songs, which made him a unique addition to Mills' roster. Although Mills encouraged O'Sullivan to write more songs, he was unable to persuade him to change his traditional style. But that didn't hold him back from quickly hitting it big in the UK. His song Nothing Rhymed from 1970, with O'Sullivan's strong piano playing and smooth singing, promptly made it to the top 10 in the UK. Although his first album himself didn't produce any hit singles in America, it still managed to reach the top 10 in the UK. This success gave O'Sullivan the momentum he needed to establish his name in the industry. He achieved that with Alone Again Naturally, which reached #1 in the US in 1972. Alone Again Naturally is one of the most depressing songs around. It tells a sad story of a lonely, suicidal man who was left at the altar. The first verse, "To treat myself and visit a nearby tower where climbing to the top will throw myself off." The song resonates deeply with many listeners. Those who are feeling down can relate to the lyrics, while others are reminded to appreciate what they have. Why does he feel this way? The second verse reveals, "Left standing in the lurch at a church were people saying, 'My God, that's tough, she stood him up.' Being stranded at the altar eradicates all faith. Talk about God and His mercy. Oh, if He really does exist, why did He desert me?" The narrator uses the bridge to show he understands what others are going through. "It seems to me there are more hearts broken in the world that can't be mended, left unattended. What do we do? What do we do?" And then he goes back to his own story in the last part, where things get even more tragic. His dad passes away, and that sets off a chain reaction that ends up taking his mom's life too. Couldn't understand why the only man she had ever loved had been taken. Gilbert O'Sullivan has said that this song isn't about himself or his dad passing away when he was a kid. O'Sullivan says, quote, "Everyone wants to know if it's an autobiographical song based on my father's early death. Well, the fact of the matter is, I didn't know my father very well, and he wasn't a good father anyway. He didn't treat my mother very well." Unquote. In an interview with Song Facts, O'Sullivan talked about how he wrote this song. He says, quote, "Alone Again was written with 2 other songs in a writing period when I was 22 years of age. I had been a postal clerk in London, so I was only able to write after work in the evening. When Gordon Mills managed me, he allowed me to quit my job and move into a bungalow that he owned where I could write every day. So therefore, I was in writing mode, and Alone Again was just one of the songs I'd written. I was really pleased with it, happy with it, but I didn't see it as being any more special than other songs. Suffice it to say, I was happy." Unquote. Alone Again remained at the #1 position for 6 weeks in 1972. O'Sullivan went on to have 3 more hits, Claire and Out of the Question in 1972, and Get Down in 1973. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell. It'll let you know when we upload new videos. check out our website, rockmusichistorylesson.com. Thanks for watching Rock Music History Lesson. I'm K.W. King.